Hello, Collective. Wendy Joy. Love, light, and positivity. I just wanted to let you know that motivation and determination is something that's centered and cored in my being. And yesterday, it snowed, or the day before, it snowed and left a whole lot of snow on my land, like inches everywhere, multiples. Wet, heavy, fluffy snow. And I, all determined, put on my snowsuit and migrated out. Couldn't get past the steps. So I sat down and I started to shovel the snow off of the steps. And that was quite difficult because the snow was so wet and so heavy that it was a challenge. But I'm always up for a challenge, and I don't typically give up. And I keep going until I can figure out the best way in order to handle whatever the task or challenge is before me, right? Excuse me. Sorry. In which case, I went gun-ho, and I was finally able to get myself down the steps and get a patch cleared at the bottom, and then I could stand up and I could take that snow and pull it toward me. Well, that wasn't so easy either because it was sticking and I was losing my balance, and I was, I felt almost a little bit challenged by the snow, like it was fighting me, and there was no way that I was going to let that go down without putting all of my gumption and my forward motion into my movement. In which case, it took me about 2 hours, but I was able to get the stairs cleared, and I was able to clear the path to the next group of stairs going up to the driveway. And there was my challenge yet again, those stairs. So I was like, yikes, yikes, yikes. But I did not give up. And I finished the steps going down from my door, across my walk, up to my drive, and got the patch right on top of the stairs done. And by that time, I was like completely wet, even though I had snowsuit on. So they're not water resistant, they're just water deterring, right? So after a while, you do get wet. So I was soaked. I was cold. I felt like I conquered the snow, and that I did, as much as I could without turning into an ice cube, and then figured I would go back out later and do the driveway after my snowsuit dried. So what happened? It started snowing again. So I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait until tomorrow. So today is tomorrow. And I was getting ready to go outside to finish clearing my land, and I received a phone call from my daughter that said that a friend of hers was interested in helping me clear the snow because he had come here to pick up snowsuits for the children that my daughter had left behind, and saw how deep the snow actually was and how much there really was of it. And I have a 2-car span wide driveway with a 4 or 5 car span length, right? Probably even longer, actually, because it does go the entire extent of my property from left to right. So I was like, okay, thank you. And he told me that my determination and my perseverance did not go unseen. That everybody, the ultimate one, actually, saw how much effort I put into making sure that my land was cleared and that access was easy, for me or for the mailman, we'll say, or for anyone who's coming by for whatever the reason, right? Which hardly ever happens, but I'd like to look out the window and not see snow. On my walk, it makes me like crazy. because I know that it doesn't belong there. And the universe sent me a blessing by a young man who agreed to help me because he saw how much struggle, went into removing the heavy snow that was sent our way in northeastern Pennsylvania the other day. And I am very grateful to the universe. I did say thank you. So now when this young man gets here and finishes my land, right, my driveway, and my front ramp, because I didn't get to that, or my front steps, at least I know that when I put my foot forward and I begin to do something, no matter how much of a task or a challenge it may be, that the universe does see and does reward you. So if you think that the universe isn't watching, think again. Because everything that you do, especially the things that are hard for you, the ones that take choice and determination and motivation, along with desire and, the need, the want, the willingness, if you will, to stand tall and courageous to complete your task. Even if you don't get through it and it takes you several attempts to finish it, you just might get rewarded in the middle by help. The universe does that for me. So most times I start something, and if it's a little bit harder for me to get finished in one span, the universe usually does send me assistance, and I am so very grateful. So keep that in mind. If you start a task and you're not sure if you're going to be able to complete it, don't let that deter you, because there's always multiple steps to each task. Sometimes it takes, several attempts. And other times you get rewarded for being determined, rather, and not being deterrent. Twist on words. Dyslexic. So, clear and simple English. Even if you think you can't finish it or it's above you, do it anyway. Start it. Begin it. Put your best effort toward it. Keep your vibration high and your motivation clear and your courageousness strong. And whether you complete that task or not on one shot, keep going. You will be rewarded. I promise you that. My lovely collective, whatever you do today, may determination, courageousness over challenges always present themselves to you in a positive, forward manner. I love you.